What's up everybody, it's Log here. Today I figured I'd talk about why No Not November is bad for you while opening loot boxes on Overwatch, because everybody knows nowadays if you can't multitask, you're actually behind the curve. I feel like this would be a really great learning experience, not just for me as to how well I can multitask, but for everybody else. So starting things off with this first loot, oh fucking hell, this might be too loud. Hang on, I gotta lower the audio. Alright, so starting off with this first loot box. Oh shit, okay. These aren't too bad. Alright, let's get into the scientific side of No Not November. Now, this is going to sound like a wacky and wild one, but men who averaged 4.6 to 7 ejaculations a week were actually 36% less likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer. I know this sounds like an argument from like a crazy level gooner. Oh, this is why you should be gooning. This is why you should be blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I like Pokemon, whatever. But you get the point that I'm saying. There's like this big like perspective on it. It is all a bunch of bullshit. If you want to give the whole kind of study a good read, it's from Harvard. It's actually really interesting. I know there's another argument out there about how it lowers your testosterone every time you do it. It doesn't. And the reason why you may feel tired afterwards is because there's actually a release of hormones. So you're not going to have as much energy, but they will come right back to you about 10 minutes after. So there's always been that debate where it's like, oh, it lowers your testosterone and so on. It doesn't. It does pretty much nothing in that department. For a matter of fact, it can actually boost your libido, which will overall show that you have a higher testosterone level because you are more directed in that position, I guess. Holy shit, I got a legendary. Oh my gosh, I need like a moment of silence. That skin's actually kind of badass. I'll equip that real quick. Oh yeah. Mate. Alright. Very... Oh. Bonds. Now, speaking of bonds, I do know there is also the argument where you can become a bit perverted from doing it. That's very true. Don't be too excessive with it, you know? Make sure you put a limit on yourself. You don't become a crazy addict, because that can also happen. And I do feel like that is why No Not November is a thing, for addicts to maybe get some sort of control. Holy shit, we got the Halloween skin for May. Oh my gosh, I'm equipping that. That is like a desired skin for May, but for those of you that don't know, I love playing May on Overwatch. Yeah, I know, call me a gooner, call me a loser, whatever, she's super hot fire. And I just got the Halloween skin. That is badass. Alright, we got one loot box left, which means one more fun fact about it. Be careful when doing it, because you can damage yourself if you go with a monster tight grip. I've heard of this time and time again. When it comes to having sex, it's not going to do anything for you. You might even feel bored by it. You may feel absolutely nothing. So, you know, make sure to treat that little fella down there very kindly. And yeah, I feel kind of fucking weird talking about this, but I just see it time and time again, and it just pisses me off. It's reached a point now where I'm just so sick and tired of hearing it every year. I saw a really corny tweet, like, and so it begins. Literally everybody's making fun of it, because who's doing that shit in 2025? Let's just sit down and be realistic now. People are in a point nowadays where they can control themselves, and they can say if they do and don't want to do something. And for anyone out there that maybe needs a bit of advice, it's not a bad thing to do it. There's so much like shame put on that perspective nowadays. It's so sad. You don't need to feel shame from it. Just, you know, do what you gotta do. Perhaps sometimes have a day off from it. You'll enjoy it better the next time. But yeah, don't be a loser, don't be a gooner. Not too much at least. That's about it. See ya.